welcome to the City Show. I'm your host, Dr. Tom Krieger. On this week's show, we have a host of fall entertainment options for you to preview. We're going to get a visit from the queen of this year's Renaissance Festival. Casey Burdick's going to stop by to talk about the Lebanon Oktoberfest. But up first, we have Angie Smith and Maddie Esposito. They're back, and they have their friend Jen Howell from Catch a Fire Pizza, and she's going to talk about this great restaurant coming in. Guys, welcome back. It's like we were just here. You got so much going on. Welcome back to tell us about it. Angie, you've finally gone to the dogs, apparently. Barktoberfest. Okay.
We have.
Tell us about that.
So it's in part of Oktoberfest. It happens at the beginning of the day on Saturday.
Okay.
And it's all things dogs.
Wow.
From competitions to races, parades, vendors, and a lot more.
Yeah.
So yeah, why not get the dogs involved, have them involved in the community? Great idea.
That's brilliant. Who came up with that? Did that come out of you?
No,
Okay.
it did not come from me. This is our 8th annual.
Yeah, I mean, for so many people, dogs are their kids. And now they have a festival just for them. I think that's
right.
great, and it keeps getting better and better. What are the hours for that event, and when and where does it take place?
It'll be from 9:30 to 11:30,
Okay.
and it's on Mulberry and Broadway. So,
And,
right there in
is there
downtown.
somebody emceeing the event?
We do. We
Okay.
have Amy Brewer
Oh,
will
my
be
goodness.
emceeing the event this year.
Yeah, I saw a neat thing on the content of dogs. What would Scooby do? I thought that was funny.
That is funny.
I mean, I don't know if he's available next year for like a star. Okay,
That would
not
be
that Amy
neat.
Brewer's not. How about Amy Brewer in the Scooby-Doo costume, and then we
That would be
unveil it.
neat. Wow, that's a great
So who
idea.
who can enter the dog in a pooch pageant, and how do they do that?
Anyone can
Okay.
enter. You just go onto our website, and there's a link there that you can enter.
There's
through.
not a number of. I mean, you can have. How many
Anyone
did you have
and
last year?
I think they had 26 last year.
Okay. People fight with you at the end as far as my dog's prettier. What are you thinking?
This is our
'cause
first
beauty
year.
contests and things like that
Yeah.
with children can get ugly. I imagine dogs. Are they a little bit more civil?
This will be our first year. So
Okay.
this is one of the events that we inherited
Okay.
this year. So I'm excited, but I've seen them before. So
Yeah. And I understand there's costume categories. Can you
There
tell us
are.
about that?
So there are several different categories. There's the scariest costume,
Okay.
the funniest costume, the best duo, and that can be 2 dogs or human and a dog.
Okay.
Best handler and most creative.
You know, I get another suggestion. The doppelganger dog. The one that looks just like the owner. I don't know if you notice this. People start looking like their dogs after a
need to
while.
write that down.
Yeah.
Doppelganger dog. Yes, you're welcome.
We'll write it
Yeah.
down.
And my favorite, and I think you guys did this last year, first time. And who doesn't love a good wiener dog race, right? And was
do.
that received pretty well last year?
It was,
Yeah.
and it's back this year.
Okay.
So yeah.
There's something about wiener dogs and getting them running. And how many wiener dogs are you expecting? Do you have to do multiple heats, or you just let all these dogs go wild? And
So I think last year they did one race, and I want to say they had, was it 12? 12
Okay.
maybe?
Okay, well,
Yeah,
that sounds
somewhere
like
around
fun, yeah. And who are the judges of these contests, and what are they looking for?
So the judges, we have Roy McCutcheon from Black Barn.
Okay,
Then we have Haley Edrington. She's a student. She graduated from Lebanon. She is in the vet program in Kentucky at school. And then our third one, I don't know that we've confirmed on the
Okay.
third one yet.
okay, so an open spot perhaps, yeah. And what else goes on with Barktoberfest besides these competitions?
So there are vendors.
Okay.
You know, a majority of them have something to do with dogs, from dog daycares
Okay.
to grooming to veterinary clinics. I think there's a dog treats.
Wow.
So just all things dogs.
wow.
Yeah.
And
That's-
our raffle baskets.
Oh, yes,
We will
raffle
have
baskets.
Okay, and what's going to be in the raffle basket? Dog treats and dog toys?
Right. And then
Okay.
some of the dog businesses that are donating
Yeah.
whatever they want to put in there. So maybe discounts,
Okay.
business
Do
hours.
they have
we're not
doggy
sure.
chew toys of pizza? Yeah, good.
Now that's a good
Man,
one.
I'm just-
That's you right there.
I'm
I
your
gotta
go-to
remember that
guy
one.
here. Yeah, that'd be next year. Okay. Let's switch gears and talk about two new restaurants that are opening soon. First, the Lebanon Brewing Company is about to open their location in the old firehouse. That's exciting, just to go in there and look at what's going on. What's going on with their opening date? Any idea?
So we do their ribbon cutting on Friday
Okay.
at 11 o'clock. And so that's their first big day, grand opening. So after
Wow.
that, they'll be open, I guess, full time.
Okay. Gonna be some free beer tasting down there on that
I'm
date,
sure
I
there
hope?
will be.
Okay. I'm from Milwaukee, so if you need a judge on the beer, I'll be there for you. Tell me about their beer and the type of food they're going to offer.
So I don't know as much about their beer. I know that they brew it, obviously, themselves. They have several different kinds that
Yeah.
they'll have available. Their restaurant is Ladder 41. Their partner restaurant is called Ladder 41,
Okay.
and they've taken simple, what we would say simple meals, and they've spiced them up to make them real unique.
Nice.
So, like, a pulled pork sandwich is going to be a pulled pork with all kinds of different things on it. So it's
Now,
just really
Is this
neat.
a local family that's opening this restaurant?
It
Yeah,
is.
that's neat.
It is.
Yeah, it's always a good
Nathan
story.
Wrigsley, yes.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
was his dream. I
Great
remember
family.
meeting with him.
Yeah, best wishes, Nathan. Congratulations. And again, if you need a judge on a beer or anything like that, I'm there for you. Hey, Catch a Fire Pizza. Jen's here. You're the marketing person. Welcome to Lebanon.
Thank
And
you.
when does Catch a Fire open?
So we're looking to open in the end of October, just a few soft openings, but November 5th is when we're going to have a grand opening.
Okay.
We're inviting everybody to come to.
Well, that's exciting. I understand you're going to have a job fair too to
We do.
hopefully get some folks in town working there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've been having open interviews this week as well, Monday through Friday between 10 and 6. Just come on in to the restaurant. We're interviewing there.
Okay.
But then we're going to be hiring all the way through
Yeah.
October. So
Yeah.
anyone can apply online at catchafirepizza.com.
Okay, now this is your third restaurant with Catch a Fire, and
It is.
What makes them special?
Well, Catch a Fire started with a husband and wife team
Okay.
as a food truck almost
Okay.
10 years ago. So, and then we opened a location in Oakley inside of Mad Tree Brewing. And then we have a standalone restaurant in Blue Ash. And now we're bringing Catch a Fire Pizza to Lebanon, and that's actually where the Ledfords are from.
Yeah,
So Jeff
wow.
Ledford and his family, his father, his mother,
Yeah.
and lots of his family members live here in Lebanon.
Yeah, what a nice compliment too to that new development, and
Yeah.
that's on Broadway, right up the road.
It is, 511 North
Yeah.
Broadway.
Wow.
And that's right in front of the apartments that are there.
Okay,
Yeah,
and the grand opening's in November.
yeah, November
Okay.
5th.
So good pizza.
Yeah.
Probably some other beverages, beer and stuff
Oh,
down
yeah.
there too. Yeah.
We usually have local breweries. We're going to actually have
Wow.
the Lebanon Brewing Company is going to have a tap on, at the bar. We'll have an indoor and outdoor bar, and we do wood-fired pizza. Wow. But we also do salads and
Yeah.
sandwiches and wings.
Some
and
healthy options
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to have another wonderful restaurant. Excited about that. Ladies, thanks for keeping us informed. Is there anything else? Do we miss anything?
We
Yeah.
have Feast and Folly this weekend downtown
Okay.
from 10 until 7.
Do you need any help at the Pooch?
Future Parade, we can always
Yeah.
use help.
Okay.
If you want to come,
Well, I'm thinking, who cleans up the mess with all those pooches? That'd be a great job for
Doc.
some young people to volunteer their time. And
that's right. I
Uh,
didn't think about that.
I think you'd probably have to pay them, though, because that could be a kind of a poopy job. Anyway.
That's true.
Hey, we'll be
That's
back
true.
to talk about the Ohio Renaissance Festival right after this break. Thank you, ladies.
Great.
Break your fast food habit at Kelly's Meats and Deli at 1001 West Main Street in Lebanon. Stop in for a quick lunch featuring made-to-order sandwiches, tasty sides, and mouth-watering daily specials. For dinner, Kelly's offers fresh-cut steaks, chops, and seafood, plus a variety of prepared dishes that only need to be reheated. You'll also find a large selection of high-quality wine and beer that can make any meal a special event. Kelly's Meats and Deli open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, now open for dinner Saturdays 6 to 9 p.m. And remember, we cater too.
Since 1954, Hardy's Interiors has been providing quality furnishings for homes in and around Lebanon, Ohio. Today, you'll still find quality antique and vintage furniture along with new made-in-America furniture of all styles. At Hardy's, you can create a mix of furniture and accessories that truly reflects your personality, all made to last a lifetime. Designers are welcome and so are you. Hardy's Interiors at 208.5 Wright Avenue or online at hardysinteriors.com.
When it comes to healthcare, the most common question I get is, are you on our insurance? Well, we're probably not because we don't accept insurance, but our prices are extremely fair and you're going to get great care. So if your plan is to get great care, we are your plan. We offer chiropractic, fitness programs, massage, and clinical nutrition. So if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, call our office, schedule for a free consultation so we can discuss any question you have and get you well.
Call now to schedule your free initial consultation.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back. Hey, for 33 years, the Renaissance Festival has transported its guests back in time to a land filled with adventure, majesty, and turkey legs. With over 100 different shows each day at the festival, you and your family will be thrilled by the experience of this 16th century fairy tale. Here to tell us about what they have in store this year is Connie Pfeiffer, the queen of the Ohio Festival. Connie, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Now, you've been the reigning queen for how many years
12
now?
years. This is my 12th year
You
as
must be
queen.
doing a pretty good job.
I'm loving it.
Yeah. I love your outfit.
Thank you.
We've had you on other days where we've showed what you wear as far as the queen's outfit. You got to be in shape, man, to wear that thing.
Yeah.
That's got to be 30 pounds?
Well, my first dress, this is my third
Yeah.
dress. My first dress was about 40 pounds.
Oh, my gosh.
And
Yeah.
then I'd have,
In that heat.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So everything that touches me, though, like takes heat away.
Yeah.
And so it's actually pretty comfortable.
Okay.
It sounds weird, but it is pretty comfortable. I keep my head covered with a parasol. In fact, if you go, wear a hat.
Yeah, okay.
Because you want to keep the sun off your head.
With that big thing, you could probably have some fans strategically placed to keep yourself cool.
Well, if you go like this with the skirt, you get an
okay.
updraft.
Okay.
So that cools you off.
So you've been doing this for 12 years. How did you get involved with this?
Well, I took my kids to the Renaissance
Yeah.
Festival, and my son specifically loved it, loved it. And so my husband and I decided for Christmas we were going to get him a season's pass for the next year.
Okay.
And then, so we got it for Christmas. And then, like in June, I was looking through our local newspaper, and it said, it talked about street cast auditions, and I went, ooh, I think he'd like that even better, being part of it. And so I said, Robert, would you be interested? And he said, yeah, but he couldn't drive yet.
Yeah.
And so I thought, okay, well, I'll drive him there. And for me, an audition was you show up, you sing a song, you say a line, and then you're done.
Yeah.
This was a full day of play just to see how fun you could be, how
Okay.
playful,
Yeah.
how off the cuff. And
Yeah.
basically you want to tap into your inner 8-year-old. And of course, I totally did.
Okay.
And I'm there just to support him, and I'm like, yeah, let's do the thing. And finally they said, why aren't you trying out? And I said, well, I mean, this is my son's thing, so I don't want to step on his toes. And they're like, this is 30 plus acres. You may never see him. So I called up my husband because that would put a lot of strain on him.
Yeah.
And I said, I would like to audition, but I don't want to put a whole lot of strain on you. And he goes, oh, go for it. So that year I was the Lord Mayor's mother.
Okay.
And so, which is almost nobility, but not quite. And that also was the last year of that current queen.
Wow.
She was moving to Colorado.
Yeah.
And so, unbeknownst to most everybody, they were sort of on the lookout
Yeah.
for another monarch. And something I did sort of triggered that, And so we found...
You have this air of majesty about you, how you carry your... Do you have a theatrical background?
Oh yeah, I've been
Oh my
acting
gosh,
and
I didn't know
singing
that.
and dancing
Yeah.
since I was 6.
I'm learning so much about you. I just thought you were this fitness amazing person because you did yoga,
so deep.
Pilates, and you do so many things.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's a lot of facets to me. I'm like a diamond.
Well, tell us about the role that you play, because I mean, you're not just walking around. You have different skits, kind of, throughout
And,
your.
Well, I play Queen Elizabeth I.
Yeah.
And so we start the day by having a little skit at the opening gate, and then I open the gate and we fire the cannon and in they come.
Okay.
And so a lot of times, especially kids, they're like, I want to see her. And so they'll come up, and it's very cute because sometimes they just come up, hug me, or they want to see me, or they want to trade with me.
It's got to be intimidating for some because you're
Yes.
like royalty.
I'm big and sparkly,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and I'm big. I'm
Yeah.
a tall person.
Yes.
And so this is where my fitness background comes into it, because I can get down on one knee and back up, so I'm not intimidating
Yeah.
to them. So I'm getting down with them, and I have a ring on each finger. I say, which ring do you like the best?
Yeah.
And so
Wow.
then they'll come up because there's something small to look at instead of this big,
Yeah.
sparkly person.
Do they have a cool place for you to retreat to? Because you're out there in that
The
heat, and you're
shade.
like a rock star, you know, because it could be, I
Yeah.
mean, you could be overcome by heat out there.
Well, that's the thing. Because we have rehearsals through July
Yeah.
and August, so we're out there, getting used to the heat, getting used to moving around in the heat, and so we're practiced in that.
Okay.
Plus, I keep a parasol above my head.
Nice.
I always have shade.
Okay.
If we stop and people want a picture, I'll say, yes, let's step over in that shade, or let's go over here,
Good.
just to make sure that everyone, because I'm with an entourage.
Okay.
I have guards, I have nobles, I have ladies in waiting.
You got somebody fanning you?
Me.
Okay. Okay.
Because if someone fans me, they tend to hit me. They don't mean to, but they're like, yeah, whack.
You
It's
get
like,
to hit them back. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Hey, tell us about some of the other entertainment options that people can come and see.
Okay. Well, there's stage shows.
Okay.
And there's stages all around just out in public, and you can go to each stage, and there's multiple acts on each stage.
Wow.
And that is for everyone. That's all very family friendly. And then they have some that are more adult, and they might tell a little bit naughty jokes or something like that, and they have a lot of plays on word that might be, and actually you have to go into a separate area. It's still
Okay.
on the festival grounds, but they card you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can hire someone to taunt you, right?
Actually, he is not here this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. People actually do that. They must not have children, right? Or yeah. Now, the guests can get dressed up in the spirit of things.
Goodness, yes.
Can you tell us some examples or things that you've experienced from the guests that
Oh,
just
yeah.
caught your attention?
Yeah. Oh, goodness. This group of guys showed up like black ops.
Yeah.
And at first I saw them. It was my first year as queen, and I was like, who are these men?
Yeah.
You know, they looked really sort of scary.
Yeah.
But then they're like, we want to take a picture with you. And I went, oh, they were all fangirling on me, which was very cute.
Oh, my.
Of course, the kids show up. The boys like to show up like knights.
Yeah.
Or like dragon slayers or something like that. Little girls like to dress up as like dancers or
Okay.
princesses. But the adults, some of their costumes are works of art.
Yeah. And they get into it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they're waiting.
Because
Yeah.
the thing is, it's sort of an escape.
Yeah. Nice.
You know, I mean, especially with the pandemic, coming down and everything. Last year, it was a huge year because people were just ready to be out of the house, and it's a safer area because it's outdoors.
Yeah.
So you get the breeze, and you're not in a confined area. And so people were just coming in droves, and it was fabulous.
Wow. Now, I imagine Renaissance festivals, they probably have these throughout the United States. How does ours rate? Is it up there?
It's up there, yeah. Of course, the first one was in California.
Okay.
And then
I
each
think
state,
it probably stemmed from a Grateful Dead concert. because they get dressed up too, kind of similar, really.
I
but
don't know.
Go ahead, I digress.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I've never been to a Grateful Dead concert. But yeah, every state has at least one. I think Texas has 3.
Do you have people who travel
Yes.
from it? And,
In fact, that's their full-time job.
Wow.
Because it starts in like April
Okay.
in the hotter areas. So it starts, and then they go from show to show. What I'm the street cast for the Ohio Renaissance Festival, and we don't travel.
Okay.
Now, some people...
Thank goodness, I bet, huh? With your schedule, that would be kind
Oh
of
my goodness, I couldn't even
challenging.
imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but each one has their own monarch, and sometimes it's like a Henry court, or
Okay.
sometimes they even have, in Texas, I think they have like a French court and a Russian court and English court, Italian. They just, yeah.
Wow. Now, is this a pretty big thing for little kids? And what's special for them? How do they bring and get the kids more involved?
Well, of course, most of the shows are family friendly, so they have the swordsmen, and the kids like the swords. But what I'm in is we have a knighting ceremony, and that's where actually kids of all ages, including my 82-year-old father, get dubbed what they want. A kid wants to be a dragon slayer.
Wow.
I dub, and he gets a certificate, or she gets a certificate. I have all sorts.
Wow.
In fact, this one kid wanted to be a cat.
Okay.
Well, of course, I have to have a magic wand for that. So,
Yeah.
so it's
That's
yeah.
fun.
So that's one of the things. There's every weekend we have a theme.
Okay.
And so, say for the last 2 weekends, there was Fantasy Weekend, which is more like fairies and sprites and things like that. So they had a magical playtime. And then this past weekend was Pirate Weekend.
Oh,
so they
my.
had pirate playtime.
Yeah.
So this coming week is Highlander Weekend, and so they're going to have like dancers, Scottish,
And that
Highlander.
schedule's out there, so the people who want to be a pirate,
Yes.
they can come out. And do you see it growing now since they've done it for a while?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
In fact, I mean, they put things out there. They have Fantasy Weekend, and at first it was like, how's this going to go? But it really blew up, and it was really good.
And does the food follow each theme as the theme changes? Can you tell us about the food options they have? I know they got the big turkey legs.
They have the big turkey legs, but my goodness, they have really expanded. They
Yeah.
have 1572 Roadhouse Barbecue,
All right.
and which is award-winning.
Probably roasting a pig out there. I can see that
Yes.
from 16th century.
Yep,
Yeah.
they are.
Okay.
And we have bourbon chicken. We have all sorts of things that are there, and we have vegan or
Okay.
vegetarian,
Okay.
gluten-free.
Yeah.
We have things from the Middle East. We have it's called the Marco Polo Bistro, and they have a stir fry, so it's more from the Orient.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah, there's something for everybody.
Hey, what's the Royal Feast? Since we're talking
Oh.
about food, tell me about the Royal Feast.
Feast it's a 90-minute show.
Yeah.
And it is in a separate area. It's 4 courses. So they have an appetizer, sides, meat, and dessert.
Okay.
And the entertainment comes to you.
Okay.
So, and it's very audience involved.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
that's a...
Is that new? Did they have that before?
They started that, they tried it in
Yeah.
2020 because
Okay.
we had like 4 days because of the pandemic. So we had 4 days, and it was
Wow.
really well received. And so it's basically sold out every...
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so if you want to,
And I imagine that obviously that's an extra cost.
Yeah.
How much is that? Any idea?
I think $80.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
per
80
person?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean
It's
an
3
hour-
hours entertainment.
Well, it's
Yeah.
an hour and a half, 90
Oh,
minutes.
Okay.
So it's 90 minutes, and it's
Nice.
food that's brought to you, and it's you get singing, you get
Yeah.
a storyline,
Oh, my gosh.
which is called Hero's Journey.
Yeah.
This time, last year it was Murder Mystery.
And what new acts are going to be at the festival this year?
Okay, well, we have Valkyric,
Okay.
and they are a singing duo that it's more Norse-based, and it's just, I was able to, normally I don't get to see the shows
Yeah.
because I'm doing my own
Sure.
thing, but I heard them, and their music is just beautiful. It's inspiring. Then we have, let me see, what's her name? Bettina Vaudeville instead of vaudeville.
Yeah.
And she has sort of body pub things, pub singing. We have a new jousting troupe.
Okay.
And brand new this year. Now, they've been jousting for like 20 years.
My goodness.
But they're new to us, and they're just wonderful. It's called Combatants Keep.
Okay.
So we have 3 jousts a day for that.
Any other, was it last year they had the horse acrobats or something?
He's back, yeah. In fact, he added, so he's on the big horses, and then he has a lady that's working with him, and she has these little ponies.
Yeah.
So she's on the ponies, he's on the horses.
My goodness. So he's like jumping and doing flips on a horse?
Well, not only that, but they have a ring of fire that the horse runs underneath, and he jumps through it and lands back on the horse.
Oh, my goodness. Is that every day?
It is every day,
Okay.
a couple times a day.
And how do people get a schedule if they want to make sure they don't miss things like that?
Well, if they go to renfestival.com, and they will find the theme of the weekend, and then you can buy your tickets there and find out about the feast and other adventures that are there, and then you can also download the schedule, but when you come in, you get a map and a schedule as well.
And you got an adult show, the
Yeah.
Siren.
Well, the sirens are in the show. It's called Naughty Body Pub Show.
Okay.
And
Tell us
it
about
is a
that.
variety show.
Yeah.
It's again audience participation, not as much, but again their
clothes are on or off because it's an adult show.
I am sure the clothes are on.
Okay.
I've not been to it.
Just want to clear that up. It's
I
a
have
family-friendly
no
park.
idea. Yeah, it's it is still a family
Just
place.
don't want the kids there for that show.
Right. It's more for you have to. That's where you have to have the ID.
They got something for everybody.
Oh, certainly,
and,
yeah.
And they're serving alcoholic beverages, I would assume. Mm-hmm. Is that a door facility? People are walking around with their.
Well, basically, since it is an
their
enclosed
property.
area,
Yeah.
it's an enclosed area. Basically, the whole place is open for anyone can drink. But again, they don't ever serve underage. If you look even like you're under 40, they card you.
Nice.
Yeah, they keep it.
They
very,
still got the mud show.
Oh my goodness! Yes, the mud show.
Tell our audience about the mud show.
Oh, we have 4 shows,
Yeah.
and I got to say, I've been to other Renaissance festivals, and I really like our mud show the best.
Yeah.
Because they have a theme. They have a Viking show, they have Beowulf, they have Dante's Inferno, and then they have another variety one that they just added.
Okay.
So, and it's so funny.
So it's not mud wrestling. It's
No,
Okay.
no. They have like a stage, and but I gotta warn you,
Yeah.
if you go to it, you either gotta be prepared to be muddy,
Sure.
or you can bring plastic or
Yeah.
sit back away from it.
Be a good sport. It's in the 16th century. Stuff happens at the mud show.
It does.
Yeah. Now you have a different theme each weekend.
Mm-hmm.
What do we have coming up in October?
Well, we have Highland Weekend, we have Romance Weekend, and so like for Romance, we have a ceremony that some people who want to renew their vows, they have a vow renewal ceremony, and sort of
Do you
lovey-dovey
preside
things.
over that as far as
I
the ceremonies?
don't, no. I have other things
Oh,
that
I
I'm
bet,
doing.
I
Yeah.
bet, yeah.
Although I gotta say, we do have weddings there, and one time, the bride and the groom asked me to stop the wedding.
They changed their mind?
No.
Oh.
They wanted me to shock
Oh,
everyone that came, the attendants.
you like doing that too, don't you?
Oh, I do. I do.
Yeah.
I said, as long as you are fine with it, I am fine with it. So I came in and I said, I didn't give you permission. And they're going, and then they looked at me and I thought, I hope they wanted me to do this.
Yeah.
And they did. And so, and actually the couple that I stopped their wedding are actually part of cast now.
Wow.
And they're on the court with me.
You know, I've heard so many fun stories from you, and I don't know if this is a part of the show or if this guy was a stalker. The guy who liked to be slapped by the queen. Do you still have the guy who you slap him?
Well, that was part of a show.
was
That was
part-
part of a
alright,
show.
just-
Yeah.
yeah.
In fact, I've had actually a couple of slap partners.
Yeah.
I never slap with my hand because
Okay.
I have, like I said, I
Sure.
have 10 rings
You'll
on my
knock
hand.
'em out.
Well, it would hurt my hand.
Yeah.
Like clang, So I have gloves, and so you hit them, and it's like I hit, but the glove hits them, and then the other glove hits the other glove.
Yeah.
And while I'm doing that, they're turning their head. So it looks like I just absolutely creamed them.
That's got to be fun.
But I know it's so funny to see that. So, but they act like I really hurt them.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, they're not even red on their face.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
You're the perfect person for that, and you get so much fun out of it. It's
Oh my
cool to
gosh,
see.
yeah. It's such a magical place. And then when you see a kid come up and they're just,
Wow.
all of a sudden it's real. I'm a real queen, and I really made them a knight or a princess.
Yeah.
And it just gives me such joy to be part of that, and to be, to be part of that magic. I get it back, and like I'll ask kids, could you blow me a kiss? And then I catch it.
Yeah.
And someone got this gorgeous picture of me and this little girl. We had just blown each other a kiss, and we caught it, and then we were just like, I caught it.
Wow.
And
Well,
those.
the queen just passed. May she rest in peace. 94 years.
Yep.
Yeah. How many years are you going to continue? She set the standard. You don't have to stop. You can
Well,
keep doing
I
it.
don't have
Yeah.
any plans to stop.
Okay.
So yeah, because I'm healthy, and I like to be active there, and this just brings me so much joy that I can't
That's neat.
imagine
That's
not doing this.
Yeah. A lot of stuff going on. How do we find out about tickets, and what's the cost?
Well, we have packages.
Oh,
so
my.
you go to renfestival.com again, and there's a tag for tickets,
Okay.
and you can get a package, and it could be like a package of 4, and that might be with a drink and a meal, or if you definitely get feast tickets, that comes with that is addition to the ticket to get in. So it depends. They have different prices for children.
Okay.
And but parking, this is brand new. Parking is free.
Nice.
So get them in and let them start having fun.
And tell
quick.
our viewers where it is again. If you're not aware of where it is, it's
It's in Harveysburg, right off of State Route 73. If you come from 71, you'll go west. If you're coming from Waynesville, you'll go east.
and the dates that it's running.
It is running until October 30th.
Okay.
So it started Labor Day.
Okay.
It's every week.
Wow.
It's Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
And we start at 10:30 and we close at 7.
Nice. If you haven't been out there, great time. Hopefully the weather's going to be wonderful. This is a wonderful time of year.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Did we anything else that we missed?
Well, I really hope the thing is, come prepared to play.
Yeah.
Because there's
No suit and ties, right?
suit and ties
Casual
could be played.
dress, 16th century.
Oh, we've had people dress up as Roman gladiators.
Nice.
As the Spanish Inquisition. I've had Star Trek people come. It's
Wow.
so funny.
A lot of photo ops.
A lot of
Good-
fun.
Good family fun.
Yeah, I had an
And it's
ogre
in our-
come up to me.
You had who come up to you?
An ogre.
Oh my gosh.
Come up to me, wanted a picture with me.
That must have been kind of uncomfortable as a costume. Yeah. Unless he was just a big person. And
He
had
was a big
chance to-
person, and he painted himself green.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, check it out, the Renaissance Festival. Queen Connie, thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
Say hello to her
Yes,
when you
please
get out
do.
there. Hey, we'll be back with Lebanon's Minister of Fun, Casey Burdick, right after this break.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover their unique mix of all kinds of traits.
Where'd Wiley go? Where's Wiley? Ah, there she is. Paw?
Do you remember being an ancient wolf? Do you ever feel the call of the wild?
You're a renegade cop, and I'm a con woman with nothing to prove. But together, we could really solve this murder.
They're a little bit of a lot of things. But all of them are pure love.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Hey, we're back with Casey Burdick, Lebanon's Park and Recreation Coordinator, and she's here today fresh off another forest fighting adventure and ready for Lebanon's Oktoberfest coming up on October 7th and 8th. This festival benefits Miller Ecological Park, one of 17 parks or recreational areas available here in the city of Lebanon, which is quite amazing. I don't know how you do everything you do, and every time I turn around, there's something else new going on, and that's all. You won't take credit for it, but you drive that. That's amazing. Welcome back. Now, Oktoberfest expanded 2 days, like many of our other festivals. I bet you got to like that because you're working a little bit longer.
Oh,
you
don't
need any days off. What are we having on the evening of Friday, October 7th?
So Friday, October 7th is just going to be a big street party like we have a lot of other festivals. We're going to have a great band coming in. The Chardon Polka Band, they are a hoot. They're young guys. They're in there and they will put on a great show. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't see that on my list, but you can't have an Oktoberfest without a polka band.
Oh,
and you're starting it out with the polka band.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Where'd you find these folks?
We have a member of our committee who is a polka connoisseur.
Oh, my gosh.
And he has found bands from all over the place to come and play at our festival.
Now, you got live music Saturday from noon to 10 p.m. From Aaron Dussing Band and Cincinnati German Band. At 1 p.m. you have story time with Miss Connie in the Kids Zone.
Yeah.
Okay. I imagine that's more for children?
Exactly. Okay. So one of the complaints we've received when COVID came, we did away with the Kids Zone because we just weren't sure how to handle that appropriately. So the Kids Zone is back, and Miss Connie from the library is going to be reading some German fairy tales.
Oh, nice.
And get the kids involved as well into the festival.
How many kids do you expect, and where do they have this tucked away?
So the kids area is at the intersection of Mulberry and Mechanic.
Okay.
Where the main festival is taking place down in Bicentennial Park. So kids can come and go from noon to 5, and we have COSI going to be there doing activities, Miller Park, as well as the Lutheran Church are all going to have fun activities for the kids.
You got a craft demonstration at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, so I think that'll probably end up being more in the kids area as well for people who are interested.
And I see at 3 you got the chicken dance by Frickers.
Yeah, so Frickers Restaurant's got a sponsor doing a big chicken dance at the festival, so everybody can get out and have some fun. Good family-friendly event.
Have they done that before? Because that's a fun thing.
This is the first time for us at the Lebanon Oktoberfest.
And I hope I don't screw this up, but Donna Schwaneben Schuhplatters.
You're pretty close. Yeah, Donner Schwaben, the Schuhplattlers, they are a dance group, so traditional German dance.
And then at 4:30, the Germania Society Jaghorn Group.
Yep, so they just play horns, and they're a lot of fun. They were just kind of wandering the streets, found little holes, and played off and on all day last year. So they were a fun group.
So they were just, and then you said, hey guys, let's get you on.
Let's get you on here,
yeah. That's awesome. And at 5 p.m. you have a parade, Blessing of the Taps, ceremonial keg tapping led by Burgermeister Bob Herzog from Local 12 News.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's going to be coming. If you've ever seen him on the news, he's quite the character.
Yeah.
So he'll be there in full German garb and ready to get everybody going for the evening.
It sounds like we're getting a little deeper in the German component of Oktoberfest.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. And we have a Steinhost competition.
Yep, Steinhoist. So
Yeah.
we will have that on the side. So if you're feeling tough that day, you can come and hold out your Stein. And we'll do heats, and then the top winners of each heat.
So they hold their
you
Stein
have to hold
out.
it
Oh my
straight
gosh.
out with
Yeah.
your arm locked.
Full
of,
Okay.
it'll be water because we don't
Yeah.
want to spill any beer.
Okay.
And then you have to hold it, and the last person standing is the winner. So we will end up doing the final heat in front of the stage, and everybody can cheer them on and see who wins.
So for you fitness people out there, this is kind of like a single arm plank.
Yeah.
Right? And how long?
Oh my
What's
gosh.
a good, because I know they're going to be at home now going, honey, get the picture, fill it up.
Yeah.
They got nothing on me, right?
So I think I've seen people go like 5 minutes, which is a really long time to be holding a liter of beer straight out, or water, I'm sorry.
And how many people are going to be in that?
We'll see. Everyone's welcome to participate. They just need to come in and try it out.
And at 8 p.m., they have the slap game. You got to tell me about that.
So the
That
slap
sounds too much
game is
fun.
something very old world, we'll say.
Yeah.
So 2 people sit on a bench, and one person puts their hands next to their cheek, and the other person slaps their hands with the idea that the last person sitting on the bench wins.
Okay.
So we'll see who wants to come out and feel tough. We obviously will pair like-sized people with like-sized people, and it should be good for a good laugh.
You have people signed up for that?
Not yet, but if people are wanting to, if your best buddy's going to give you a heck for the whole day.
So do they have
sign
like
'em up.
categories, like husband-wife categories?
Oh no, we
or-
wouldn't do that.
Okay. We could open up a whole new can of worms.
Yeah. So it'll be different. So this will be a fun one.
And again, kudos. I mean, you really accomplished what you've probably been setting out as far as getting the German feel. You pretty excited about this one?
Very excited.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of new members on our Oktoberfest committee.
Wow.
So a lot of new blood, a lot of new ideas. And I really feel like we've gone and started to make this really have that German feel now.
So how are you raising money? Did people have to pay for anything? Is there...
So yes, so please bring money, bring cash as much as you like. We also take tips, but our main fundraiser is the sale of beer at the festival.
Wow.
So we'll have multiple beer locations where you can purchase German-style beers.
Yeah.
We have 5 German breweries going to be represented at the festival.
Wow.
So you can take that in if you're, interested in that. If you're not a beer drinker, like I said, we'll have some tip jars out that people can also donate to Miller Park.
And what are they going to use the money for at Miller Park? Is there a certain project that they're working on now? You're always doing something to
So
fix
the
it
big
up.
thing we have right now is we're installing a welcome center.
Okay.
So that will have restroom facilities and a park shelter with picnic tables right at the front of the park. So if you've been to the park recently, it's right next to the parking lot. So it'll be nice and accessible for everyone to get to. Otherwise, funds will go into doing things like improving the nature playscape and some things like that.
And for people who aren't aware of the Miller Park, can you share with the folks what they're missing?
Oh, it's one of the best parks in the city,
Really
of
is.
course.
Yeah.
So it has a nice walking trail, almost 3 miles of walking trail. It has a nature playscape. We have pollinator gardens. The garden club has a beautiful butterfly garden. We have a labyrinth. It's just kind of a nice, easygoing park to go and enjoy some nature.
Nice walk. You see some lovely things. And let's recap on the hours of the Oktoberfest.
So Oktoberfest is on Friday, October 7th from 6 to 10. And then Saturday, October 8th from noon to 10.
Okay. And you were just out in California fighting fires. You said there wasn't much going on, but when you left, the fire probably realized Casey's gone.
Yeah.
Let's go at it.
Yeah, then they started firing back up, unfortunately. But the firefighters were working hard out there. And, a lot of good work's being done to try to keep that mitigated now.
You're amazing. Hey, check out Oktoberfest. Casey, thank you so much for being here. We'll be back to wrap up the show right after this break.
You made this vacation happen, cleverly merging promotions,
Double points with every purchase.
and cross-referencing travel sites. Aloha! If you can ace your vacation, you can do it for retirement. Get on track with tips at aceyourretirement.org.
Extinction is forever. To save America's most iconic and imperiled species from extinction, we must fight for their future. Fight to save the natural lands that wildlife call home. Fight to limit pollution. Fight for smart development. Fight for their future. And fight for ours. For so goes nature, so goes us.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see.
D-E-P-R.
Mental illness doesn't show up on a scale.
Bipolar?
Sorting out a mental health concern takes professional diagnosis and treatment.
Anxiety. I thought so.
If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
I've been driving a truck for 40 years now. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. Like that trucks can't stop quickly. It takes my 80,000-pound truck 200 yards to come to a complete stop. So I always do my best to give a lot of cushion. It helps when other drivers realize that and do the same. Please give trucks the space we need so we can all stay safe. It's our roads, it's our safety.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Hey, if you're looking for a new way to stay fit, why not give dance fitness a try? David Lee from the Countryside YMCA will lead a free dance fitness class on Tuesday, September 27th from 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. in Harmon Park. This is part of the Together We Thrive fitness initiative brought to you by the City of Lebanon. More information is available online at LebanonOhio.gov. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It really helps us to know that you're out there watching the show. The City Show returns on October 4th, and we'll have a look at the Unity Ride, which took place recently in Lebanon, and we'll hear about an upcoming senior service fair and a haunting good time at the Renaissance Park. We'll see you then.